In this next part of the video, we'll talk about some of the more technical details of Bt corn, as well as some common questions and concerns that people often have about using and consuming this technology. The biggest and most important question that's on everyone's mind when it comes to Bt corn or any GMO product is Bt corn safe for me to eat? The short answer is yes. Let's take a look at what Bt corn does and how it works. Bt corn is a genetically modified organism that expresses an insecticidal protein that is poisonous to very specific pests of corn. These pests are most often the caterpillar stages of various moth species, such as the European corn borer, the corn earworm, and the fall armyworm. All of these pests feed on the corn kernels and other tissues of the corn plant and have the potential to destroy entire crops of sweet corn. Since sweet corn is an industry that requires farmers to provide ears of excellent visual quality, a farmer's tolerance for insect damage to his or her crop is extremely low. When one of these pests take a bite of Bt corn, the Bt proteins go to work and kill the pest. This may sound alarming to consumers. After all, if the corn is poisonous to caterpillars, isn't it also poisonous to us? The short answer is no. To understand why, let's explore how Bt proteins harm pests, but not other organisms. Let's use a corn earworm as an example. When a corn earworm eats the kernels off an ear of Bt corn, the Bt proteins enter the gut of the insect and bind to very specific receptors along the lining of their digestive tracts that are unique to these corn pests. These protein and receptor interactions cause their gut wall to weaken and eventually perforate, forming holes. Their digestive system ends up breaking open and it no longer works properly, so the pest stops eating, and this will eventually lead it to starve to death. This is a pretty grim fate for these insects, so what prevents you from meeting the same end if you were to eat Bt corn? The answer is that you, and most other organisms, do not have these receptors in our digestive tract. The Bt proteins simply have nothing to do when eaten by a non-pest organism. But what if we did have these receptors? Would that make Bt corn harmful to us then? Still, the answer is no. Our stomachs use high levels of acidity to digest our food, but the guts of these pests use very strong bases to do the same. Our digestive systems are completely different chemical environments, and Bt proteins simply cannot exist in our acidic stomachs. Any Bt protein we ingest is deactivated and gone in mere seconds.